Right, so hello and welcome back to Books and Things and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be doing a bit of a book haul. So first off, I hope you can see me okay. It is a very grey, wet, miserable, rainy day outside, and the lighting is just terrible. But I don't have much other time to film this week, so we're just gonna go with it. So today I wanted to do a book haul for you. I have a couple of books that I have acquired over the last couple of months, the majority of which are books that I received for my birthday as presents, and I also got like a book token for my birthday and bought some books with that. So I thought I would just share with you what I have acquired lately. I am trying very hard to keep my physical TBR down at the moment, and I feel like the acquisition of many books in May does not really help with that. Although a few of them are like nice editions of classics that I have already read, so they're not adding to my TBR in the same way, and some of them are very short, but you know. So the first two books I want to mention are not books that I got for my birthday, they're books that I acquired before then, one of which I have actually already read and spoken about, so I won't talk about it for long here, but I bought The Premonition by Banana Yoshimoto a few months ago, because Banana Yoshimoto is one of my favourite authors, and this is her most recent book translated into English from Japanese. To be honest, I just really didn't get on with this one, which was a shame because I love Banana Yoshimoto's books a lot, but I think the story and the plot just wasn't really for me for this one, though I continue to love her writing. I think it's amazing. I really recommend lots of her other books, but The Premonition was not my favourite. And then another book I got last month maybe, the month before, was How to Solve Your Own Murder by Kristen Perrin. Kristen is a friend of a friend, and I met her at someone else's book launch, and then I ended up going to her book launch, which was really, really good fun, and I bought her book, which I'm very excited to read, and I'm hopefully going to be buttering this with Carolyn from Carolyn's Reading Ramblings in June. I'll link Carolyn's channel down below. She doesn't make videos very much anymore, but we've been buddy reading together for many, many years, so it'd be nice to read this one together. So this is a kind of cozy-ish murder mystery about a woman who in the 1960s were told by a fortune teller at a country fair that she was one day going to be murdered, and she spent the next 60 years like trying to prevent her murder, and then the book begins with her death, and what happens when her great niece Annie arrives and like tries to work out whether or not she was murdered and what happened, and she kind of works through all of her great aunt's like mad notes about who might want to murder her, and that just sounds really interesting. I think it'll be a really interesting read, so looking forward to that one a lot. And then all the other books I want to talk to you about today are books that I got for my birthday or that I bought with book tokens that I got for my birthday. The vast majority of them are classics actually, but there are two that aren't classics, so we'll start off with them. And one is this is another new kind of mystery release. This is The Fellowship of Puzzle Makers by Samuel Burr, which I got for my birthday, and I'm really, really excited to read. Look at this fun cover with a little puzzle piece in. That's really cool, isn't it? So this book is about a young man who has been brought up by the Fellowship of Puzzle Makers, who are a group of puzzle makers. An esteemed crossword compiler passes away and leaves him a last puzzle which will reveal to him the mystery of his parentage. I think this is going to be really good fun, and I've heard very good things, so I'm excited to get to this one. Then I also have a poetry collection here. This is All the Names Given by Raymond Antrobus. So this was one of the books that I bought myself with a birthday book token, because I had heard very good things about it from Olivia Savannah over at Olivia's Catastrophe, both in her like recent poetry recommendations video, I think, and also in a live show she did for the Spoonies Readathon with her sister and Emily from Novel Novels and Kat from Brews and Reviews. I'll leave the links down below. This collection just sounded fantastic, and I'm always looking for more poetry to read. I'm hoping to pick this up this month for the Spoonies Readathon. Raymond Antrobus is deaf, and I've just heard great things about this, so looking forward to that one. Then while we're on poetry, I also bought a little Penguin Black classic, Come Close by Sappho. I've been meaning to read some poetry from Sappho for ages, and so I thought I would get myself a little Penguin Black classic. Basically, when I was using my book token to buy some books, I had a £20 book token and I got like 2 books, and then there were like a few pounds left over, so I thought I would get myself 2 little Penguin Black classics, one of which was this, which I'm looking forward to reading very much, and it's very, very short, so though it's something adding to my TBR, it's not something that is going to take me a long time to get through at all. And then the other Penguin Little Black classic I got was this is Femme Fatale by Guy de Maupassant, and this is a short story from 19th century France. Well, I think there are 4 short stories in here. I read one short story by this author in a kind of anthology last year, which I really enjoyed. So I'm quite keen to read more short stories by him, and I thought I would give this a try. Then while we're on the subject of short stories, another birthday present I got was this. This is Standing Her Ground, Classic Short Stories by Trailblazing Women, edited by Harriet Sanders. This is a collector's library edition. I really enjoy these editions, and I've also read at least one anthology from them before that I thought was like well edited and well put together, so I'm quite excited for this. So this has a lot of interesting short stories in. We've got short stories by Mary Shelley, Elizabeth Gaskell, Edith Wharton, Willa Cather, and I think this will be really interesting. I always enjoy reading short stories. I always enjoy reading classic short stories, so I'm looking forward to getting to this one soon. And then another short story collection, one that I bought myself with my book token, was this. This is Frenzied Fiction by Stephen Leacock. So Stephen Leacock was a Canadian short story writer in the early 20th century, I want to say. Yeah, this collection was first published in 1918. Every year I pick a few different countries for my International Classics Challenge, and Canada is one of my countries for this year. And when I was asking on BookTube for recommendations for Canadian classic authors to read, a few people recommended Stephen Leacock. I don't think that this collection was specifically recommended, but this was the only book by him that I could easily find in paperback. So I bought this one, and I'm very excited to read it. I think this should be good fun. The back of the book says, an unjustly neglected master of the short story genre, once considered the best known humorist of the world. So that sounds pretty fun and interesting, and I'm really looking forward to that. And then the other book I bought with my book token was also for my International Classics goal, and that is this. This is Touch Me Not by Jose Rizal. This is a classic from the late 19th century in the Philippines. I don't know too much about this book itself, but I've heard really good things about Jose Rizal, and I think this would be a really interesting read. And I'm very interested in 19th century history, so I'm always interested to read things from different bits of the world in the 19th century. I always find that fascinating. I'm not going to read the back of the book because Penguin Classics, love the editions though I do have a tendency of putting spoilers on the back covers when I want to enjoy the plot for myself, but regardless, I'm really looking forward to this one, and hopefully I'll get to it soon. And then another book I got for my birthday was this. This is The Notting Hill Mystery by Charles Warren Adams. So this book was initially published in the 1860s, and it is one of the earliest British murder mysteries. So I think this will be a really interesting read. Apparently it's told in the form of diary entries and letters, so I'm getting maybe Wilkie Collins vibes from it, but I'm meaning to read this for a while, so I'm really looking forward to it. Then the last 2 books I have to show you are pretty editions of classics I've already read. So here I have a very nice edition of The Picture of Dorian Gray. These are the Chiltern Classics, which are really nice. They're very pretty, and they have the gold deckled edges and a ribbon and stuff, and just a very pretty design. I love The Picture of Dorian Gray a lot. It's a real favourite of mine. A wonderful Victorian novel about a man who kind of sells his soul in his effort to remain young and beautiful forever, and it's just fantastic and witty and dark and amazing, and it's very nice to have a lovely new edition of it. And then I also got this very, very beautiful folio society edition of The Moonstone, which my husband Nick gave me for my birthday. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the gold board design on the case, because I think this is really, really beautiful, and I stared at it for several minutes before I realised what exactly it was depicting and what moment in the Moonstone that related to. And inside is a very, very beautiful edition of the Moonstone. Look at that really, really stunning cover. It's very, very, very beautiful, isn't it? I really am so thrilled with this. It's absolutely lovely. It has really beautiful illustrations in. I'll find you a good illustration. Isn't that lovely? That is very, very beautiful. I am very, very pleased and delighted to have this. I love The Moonstone a lot. It is probably my favourite Wilkie Collins novel. This is a very stunning edition, and I'm very, very pleased to have it. Before I move on from books to bookish things, there is actually one other book that I have acquired in the last couple of weeks, which I got just after filming this video, but before posting it, so I thought I would include it here. And that is a finished copy of The Theatre of Glass and Shadows by Anne Corlett. I have already read this. I read a proof copy, but I went along to the book launch last night, which was amazing, so fun, so cool, a very unique book launch, because The Theatre of Glass and Shadows is a novel that is all about immersive theatre. It's set in an alternate version of London, kind of maybe in the 1950s, 1960s, where there is a massive, sprawling, immersive theatre production. So at the book launch, there were all these immersive elements. There were actors, there were clues to follow and little keys, and you had to like find someone who had the same size shaped key as you, and it was just a really amazing, wonderful experience. So fun. I got chatting to lots of lovely people, and just had a really good time, and I'm very excited to have a beautiful finished copy of Anne's book, and I just thought I would show you that beautiful book as well before we move on to other things in this video. So those are all the books that I have acquired lately, but I did also get 3 like bookish things for my birthday that I wanted to show you because I thought you might enjoy them. One is this lovely little like pin badge with books on that a friend gave me that I really like and now lives on my jacket. And then some friends gave me this, which is like a emboss stamp, so you can stamp it on pages of your book, and it says in it, from the library of Katie Lumsden, with like a floral book thing in the middle. So it's not like an ink stamp, but it will leave like an embossed logo on your page, which is really cool. Oh yeah, on the box it has like a thing of what it looks like, which maybe you can see. I only got this a few days ago and I haven't actually put it on a book yet, so should we try and put it on a book together? And then the final thing I wanted to show you is that I was given a very nice handbag of The Secret Garden, which I really enjoy. I have a few bookish handbags, which I find really, really fun, and I just very much enjoy like walking around with a handbag that is also pretending to be a book. I feel like that is just exceptionally fun. So those are all the things that I wanted to share with you today. Some new books and some new bookish things. Do let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them, if there's anything you think I really need to prioritise. And otherwise, that's all for now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back very soon with another bookish video.